Welcome to Invictus Porsche for a review of this extraordinary Porsche 981 Cayman GTS. I sometimes get asked, what is the best Porsche? Simply put, the best, driver-focused Porsche, or just for the driving sensation out there. And I would have to say the 981 Cayman GTS, purely because of the fact it's a mid-engine monocoque chassis, and the fact it's the GTS with a power kit, and it's got everything you could possibly throw into a Porsche. It doesn't get any better than this. It's absolutely sensational in every way, form or shape. And the best way to kind of describe this any further is to take it out for a test drive. Getting into the inside of the Porsche Cayman, the 981 GTS, firstly, aesthetically, this is just a stunning looking car. It gets so many compliments wherever I go, including a friend of mine who was basically, I took it home last night and this friend just absolutely drooling over it, saying that this is her favorite car just because of the way it looks. And I was just talking to her and just explaining to her a little bit more about this. Spec-wise, we need to get this in gear now, so sports exhaust turned on. Already you could hear it. That should give you just a tiny bit of an entry into what it sounds like already. Downshift, what a sound. And now, just to kind of explain a couple of the other characteristics of this 981 GTS, one of them being is that this is 20 mil lowered from factory rather than 10 mil lowered but with PASM. And the reason this is 20 mil lowered is because it's got the very rare X73 sports chassis setup. So it doesn't have the PSM button, it's 20 mil lowered, so you've got this more stealthier, look to the way the car is, and just even when it's just parked up, it looks nicely lowered. It's all from factory and gives you that more aggressive, and when you're doing sort of these kind of corners, just handles so much better than if you were driving it in sports, activated PSM settings. In terms of the engine, this has a 3.4 litre naturally aspirated engine. It being a GTS, has got a power kit, so you get an additional power surge in terms of bhp. So in total, this 3.4 litre naturally aspirated GTS engine produces 355 brake horsepower, 380 Newton meters of torque, and the top speed is 175 miles per hour, with the 0 to 62 miles per hour possible in 4.8 seconds. Where something like this really comes into life is with the way you're able to take corners and the speed you're able to take corners. And when you're on a track, or when you're on these gorgeous countryside roads like what we are surrounded by with here, I don't think anything comes close to the way this would handle around these roads that just turn left and right and then just snake around these beautiful trees, and just the whole picture you can imagine, and I'm sure you can just see it from where I'm at the moment. And this is perfect. This car is perfect for that kind of an environment. What you don't want is just always thinking about wanting a car that is going to be great on numbers, just in a fast in a fast car in a straight line. Now, the other factors that sort of contribute into its handling is the fact this is actually a lighter car than a Porsche 911 of the same generation, and also this has a monocoque chassis, so ultimately it's a more compact overall car. These Caymans, when they were first launched in 2004, 2005, and if you were to actually read the literature on them, they were basically inspired by the heritage of the Porsches from the 1950s, the Porsche 356, again with monocoque chassis, and that played a vital role into the development of the Caymans in 2005. Are a bit damp and wet. Perfect for these conditions. As a car wants to go. In terms of the specification of this GTS, I mean, it's basically got everything you would want in a Porsche, starting from the fact that this has got the PDLS headlights, and it being the GTS, it's got this incredibly aggressive and almost very grunty front bumper, and that's the kind of a thing that is synonymous with the GTS. And additionally, it's finished in this paint scheme, in my opinion, which I think is probably one of the best paint colors out there, the agate grey metallic. And it's beautifully de-chromed, especially if you have a look around the windows. It's all sort of in gloss black, and it complements and works incredibly well with the 20-inch 911 Carrera S alloys. And if you are someone that's really into the aesthetics of things, I just love the fact that even the rear LED lights are also got this dark tint to it, and all of this is from factory, including the fact the badging at the back is also in this dark matte, or I would say satin black color. And then at the back, the diffuser again has got this very aggressive look to it, including the fact that center sports exhaust system speaks volumes and speaks for itself. You probably wonder, where is the engine placed in this? Well, this is a mid-engine layout car, and from a driver focus side of things, this handles better than a four-wheel drive Porsche 911. And if you're somebody that's after practicality in cars, this is probably one of the most practical cars. If it's not for wanting a 2+2 layout, I would say this is more practical than a Porsche 911, just because of the amount of luggage space that you get. To begin with, this is absolutely littered with specification, starting from the fact it's got the sport steering wheel with paddle shifts, and it feels as if it just rolled out of the factory or from the production line yesterday. It just looks brand spanking new. You've got the 18-way electrically adjustable seats with lumbar support, and you've got, you know, all these sides and the back sides that sort of just brings you in and holds you into the seat like you would want in a sports car. So it's had everything thrown at it from that point of view. And also, this is the Alcantara and leather, which is heated. So it being in Alcantara, it's actually a very conducive material. It heats up incredibly quickly. And then you've got the black and red seat belts with the contrast red stitching, with the GTS written on the headrest, and just going to slowly, step by step, cover some of the other spec items, as well as this has got the Bose premium sound system. The fact these are sport seats, you could also spec it additionally to have this hardback look to it. And this bit here, the handrest, is also finished in Alcantara with a contrast red stitching. Additionally, this has got the carbon package, so you find carbon here in the center console by where the cup holders are, here on the right side. You find carbon additionally on the side of the doors, and you've got the side folding Door mirrors, you've got the Chrono Sport Plus package with Sports Plus button, the Sports exhaust button, and the glove box also finished in Alcantara. Ultimately, if you want something that's going to have practically everything you want, spec-wise, this has it all, including the fact that this has got the very rare X73 sport chassis suspension setup. And overall, if you're wanting to know what the owner's history is, the current owner, I think, has had it for about 4 years. And prior to that, it's only had 2 keepers from new. And service history-wise, it's got a full main dealer service history. And the last service was done in April 2022. Not done long ago, but it's due a major service in April of 2024. Other than that, it's never missed a service. It's been done as and when required, all at the main dealer. So hopefully that gives you a bit of an idea to this Porsche. Don't hesitate to contact us if you've got any questions, anything you'd like to know about this car, any additional questions you might have in relation to just the specification, the way it drives, the way it handles. And the condition overall is absolutely mega. It's not missing anything condition-wise. And just spec-wise, it's got everything you would want. Price point, it's priced at a price point which I think is incredibly fair currently in the market at just under £43,000. I think the cars below it are all finished in red. So if you want something that is in this kind of a color scheme with this incredibly rare spec that kind of speaks for itself, I think this is the best value you could possibly get for a car. Please don't hesitate to subscribe, like, and comment. If you have any additional comments, we will always be here for you. Thank you for watching our video, and see you in future contents. Bye-bye.